Back at it again, man. Another episode. Triangle Offense is back in the building,
Yep.
man. Young Frost, man. You know what it is, aka Chill Lumberg, back in the building with my homeboy.
You know who it is. Billy Paycheck, aka P Quill, PKA McQuaid, the GOAT, my nigga.
That's what's up, man. How's it going down this Sunday for you, brother?
Chilling out. What about you?
Same old man. Same old man. Just watching. Should be watching football, but one of my favorite teams is on right now, college basketball wise. Still got faith in the college
Well,
game.
I didn't even know they was playing. I'm tripping.
Yeah,
Corona,
man.
man.
Yeah, it was crazy. But here's the thing: like they going through the same mess that these other teams are going through, canceling games, rescheduling games. Like I rocks with Villanova. That's my favorite squad. But like they had messed around and play like 4 games back to back, 3 games in the tournament, and then they had to fill into another tournament. And I think they just lost on the fourth game because they played like 4 straight days, bro. I'm like, man, ain't no way
That's
cats gonna be
crazy.
ready to run no 4 straight games like that, man. Crazy. But man, now college basketball's back, man. It's weird. College basketball started on before the NBA, man. We live through weird time. Man, so Ball family, man. What's we got a lot to talk about, man, as far as the Ball family goes, man.
For sure.
Um you got all three of it, you man, your boy Lavar, man, got all three of his sons to the league, man. That's unheard of.
Yeah, that's crazy. It shows a
Man.
lot, man. When kids' parents believe in them and support
Hmm.
them, you know what I mean?
And
Like they
make
can get wherever
investments.
they want.
No doubt. No doubt, man.
Not to say he hasn't made some mistakes along the way, but
Oh
I
no.
mean, the
Oh,
ultimate
nah.
goal is accomplished.
No doubt, man. Overall mission accomplished. He got all three of his sons to the league. You got Lonzo, which was kind of like he was kind of like the test dummy out the crew. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go through your ups and downs, and you know, you starting off, with Lonzo, him kind of being like the test of the crew, man. But even as rocky as that situation was, man, I think still can't complain, even though he's not with the original team that he was drafted to. I think he's in a real good situation down there in New Orleans
Yeah,
right now. Uh,
he can be a beast, man. All his upsides help complement Zion, man. He just gotta turn it on.
they got to
I
turn it
think he gotta
on.
get some confidence back.
I think that's it too, man. Because I think playing in LA, man, with them going from like they building through the draft, all of a sudden like laying LeBron, now we're going for a championship. I think that just really kind of stunted his growth. You know what I mean? So, um,
'Cause you know LeBron ain't got the patience for these little niggas, man.
nah, man, and it was sad to see how that went down, man. But and then even crazier, man. I actually was paying close attention to Lavar himself to see how he was going to handle that. 'Cause I'm like, man, he was all prophecy fulfilled. My son going to the Lakers, blah blah blah. Then for it to get like uprooted, like that, like, I'm like, man, that's yeah. I don't know if he's gonna bring that same energy for New Orleans. But I give him his credit, man. He dialed it back, when I think it was time to dial it back and to focus on, supporting his son, especially getting LaMelo to the league.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet when that trade happened.
Oh
Lavar,
yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
he, you know what I mean. For as loud as he was before, you would think he would have been
Hmm.
saying mad stuff, but he said a few things. But he got low. I feel like he got low because of that situation on the coward show,
Hmm.
and because
Hmm.
of the shoes, man, the stealing Lonzo's bread.
Man, like you name it, bro. Between that the cowherd fallout, the first take joint, in which man, let's go back to the first take piece, man. Because did you see that interview, man, when it went down?
Which one? What did he say that to Molly?
Yeah, when he was talking to Molly Carroll, man. Like, yeah, like what was your thoughts on that, man?
My thoughts on it was it wasn't crazy, but that he does too much. he be doing too much, man. He put that creep face on after he said it.
Yeah,
It's like, yo, what's up? That's crazy. So
yeah.
they had to react that way, especially in the middle of the Me Too movement. Like he's
Oh,
he's
man.
insane for that.
He definitely is nuts, man. But that goes to show us, like, man, you like it's one thing to be like show bravado, you know what I'm saying, and confidence in yourself, and had that edge on you, you know, chip on your shoulder. Like I can't do no wrong. I'm gonna do what I want to do because this is how I got here. To, and man, don't you? There's certain lines you just can't cross, man. And I think that was just the. I mean, I get where he was coming from as far as like you know the whole I think he said something along the lines of like, "Oh yeah, you can switch gears with me anytime." Like I get what he was
Yeah,
trying to say,
but it
but
was the face and the shit he was doing after.
exactly, man. When you got a, unfortunately, when you got a negative reputation, not that you know, I mean, just from what he said, you're gonna have naysayers, man. It's just gonna be out there, and they're gonna jump on the negative. You know how we man, context everything is taken out of context nowadays. Period. So you
Yeah,
know. And in his case, I think that for the one time I'm gonna defend him, I think is in that one situation because I'm like, nah, I think that's a bit of a reach, but I get why they had to do it. But I know he didn't mean what the
that
narrative turned
yeah.
into. So,
He
but
didn't apologize or nothing either, though, did he?
nah, man, no, he didn't apologize. I mean, and I can't blame him for not apologizing. I mean, he does interviews with ESPN, but he's not an employee there at the same time.
I would apologize just to say no misconfusion. Like you know what I
Hmm.
mean? No confusion. I said misconfusion. I mixed those two words. That's hilarious. But
No doubt.
I'd have too been like no disrespect to Jalen's cool because you know what I mean. That's a
Hmm.
married woman, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
But
no
that leads
doubt.
me to my next question.
Hmm.
Do you no disrespect to him, but do you think he gonna die a character, bro? Because he's clearly playing the character.
I think that's definitely gonna be like a very likely outcome with him, man. I mean, unless he stays on the path that he's on now, where he's kind of like reserved and just kind of like focusing on the business aspect of things. I mean, but I'm nervous now because now that all three of the sons are in the league, now he doesn't have to worry about capitulating to like in the case like when his boys was in college, he ain't got to worry about the, capitulating to parties that aren't involved. Now it's like you run your own show essentially. I just hope that
Yeah.
I think he's at risk of it, but now it's going to be a situation of, do you still do you or do you stay on this course of just like being chill and hey, basking in the fact that you got your sons to the league and just continuing to build on that. So.
Do you think he's that same character that he shows on TV all day long?
I could see it, man. I mean, he runs that basketball league that he created. I could see him being that dude off the court, man. I mean, because you factor in this dude's been around sports his whole life, from when he played, high school, played a little bit of college ball, and I didn't even realize this, man. This dude actually was in the NFL for a hot second as a tight end, man. I didn't even know that. Never played. I mean, he was on practice squads and training camp teams, but so like it's like he's been around the kind of people that would help like shape and mold that kind of character, if you get what I'm saying. Like you around basketball personalities, football personalities, you just around athletes in general that would like spark that off. So I mean I think he's that dude off the court too, or out the spotlight. I just think he's just that's just him. You know, I think he
One
has
other
to be.
question.
Hmm.
It's out of nowhere, but it's still in line with the character thing.
Hmm.
Uh, who's my dude from college? He's a sportscaster. Is it Dick Vitale?
Yeah, you got Dick Vitale, Jay Billis.
Nah, Dick Vitale. You think he
Okay.
does that whole voice all day long? You think he like wakes up?
I get where you're going with that.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna say he is because I've heard him dial down and talking like serious, and it's still the same way, but it's not with the same energy. He still has like that same like accent and connotation, but it's just not with the same excitement. So
Man,
I think
if
I think
he
he's
woke
naturally
up
like that.
if he woke up like, whoa, baby, like, what are you doing, bro? Chill out, nigga. All
Right,
that
like
extra stuff. I
you got
think
a little.
LeVar do be on that stupid
I
man.
think he is too, man. Like, can you imagine like that dude was your coach, man? Like how he'd be acting. He,
Dog. And it would be one thing to like if it was that acting with real real lessons and real things to learn from it. But it would be
hmm
another if he was doing that coaching and acting and you could tell it was because some cameras were around.
hmm
That would like that make me not rock with this nigga.
Ah man, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. But I'm gonna pose a question, man. And I hate to go dark and talk about controversies again, man. But what's your take, man, with the whole like Alan Foster thing? You know that situation where Alan was supposed to be the money man, and like I was saying before, Lonzo's the test guy. Money comes up missing, man, after your man's you know, first year in the league, and this dude's got like heavy stock and investment in Big Baller Brand, man. What's your take on this situation?
I'm not too familiar with it other than what you just told me and when it dropped, when it came out.
hmm
I felt like LeVar got quiet on that too.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he ever respond to it?
Well, he's had no choice because once that hit like media airwaves, man, like again the whole negative connotation behind his whole campaign. Cats was people was on him about that. Like what's going on, Big Baller Brand? Is Lonzo gonna stay on board? And that caused a big rift with the family. Because Lonzo was like pretty much like, nah, I'm not repping Big Baller Brand. You know,
Yeah.
um, and ultimately, when you look back, I mean, I know hindsight's 2020. He could have had the little $10 million deal that he was originally offered with Nike, and I can appreciate him wanting to bet on themselves and start their own shoe brand. But it's like what but if that's the kind of stuff you got to worry about people taking money from you, you know what I mean? And these are supposed to be guys that Alan Foster, according to what I've seen in research, he's been around these kids since he's been around the Ball family since the boys was kids, like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, coming up in the game. So I'm like, dang man, like it'd be the ones that you came in the game with, man, that cut you the deepest.
That's real shit. But I wasn't really shocked, man. I stopped really paying attention to it. It sounded cool when they first started talking about it, like upselling it because it's the startup
hmm
black owned business type thing,
Right.
and that sounded cool. Like, but then like Lonzo's shoes started ripping off and all that type. You know what I mean?
hmm
And then that dropped. By that time, when that news dropped that the money was missing, I was like, man, all right, I had enough of this. Like, I stopped really paying
Yeah.
attention. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was tough to see that, man, because like that, you know how it is, man, with us being in the black community, man, we got a tough enough time trying to come up on our own, and then we're trying to come up with people we came in the game with, man. When that kind of stuff starts happening, bro, it's like it's just not good publicity for us, man, and any like negative stereotype, man, it just gives fuel to that, and I can't, and I hate that, I hate that it goes down like that, man.
It's insane.
But yeah, man, it's tough, man. But interesting situation, man. What you think about obviously the spotlights on Lonzo and Lamelo. What's your take on LiAngelo getting signed by the Pistons, man?
That's crazy. Uh, um, Not shocked there either. I don't really
hmm
expect too much from the Pistons these days.
Right.
I'm shocked people are still fans. Like, no, I'm joking. That's disrespect.
It's been quite a long time since that one championship that they got in '05, man. Or
Man,
'04. It's been a minute, man. 16 years.
dog. But I feel like LiAngelo looked like he should have went the NFL route. It's like, no, I'm joking.
Man, he's a big dude, man. He's definitely. I'll tell you what. Out of the three Ball brothers, he's the one that closely resembles LeVar as far as size goes.
For real. But man, the
um,
one I think that has the most upside is Melo. Watching
yeah.
him, man. I've seen
hmm
more like clips of his overseas. He's balling. I like I like his attitude. When that
Hmm.
one dude slapped him in the back of the head, and he slapped the shit out